Today we are going to talk about the data visualization software which is known as Tableau. And data is growing day by day. And to understand the data, we have to create a lot of charts, dashboards, which can give me good insights. And based on that insights, I can take some quick actions and decisions. So we are going to create one dashboard today, which is the customer segmentation dashboard, where we'll understand about the banking client, which is having certain data set. And we have to understand how that data which we have, how we can get the insights from that data. So that is the task. That is the task we will have. So here is the business problem. Excited with the progress which we are making in Tableau. The management decided to put you in one of the exciting project. In this assignment, you will get a chance to explore the dashboard functionalities and Tableau. Here we have to create the customer segmentation dashboard with various visuals. The first visual is the map view, which will give us the idea about the customers by state. What is the age range of our customers and what bank balance they have in their account. We need to create a dynamic histogram to achieve this particular visuals. Business is also interested in finding the male and female count, and for that they are looking for a pie chart. And which jobs the customer are in, that will again give me a lot of insights. So we want to create a chart for the jobs as well. And finally, we have to create the interactive dashboard, which will help us to take some quick actions and decisions. So let's first see the data set, what we have. So here you can see that we have bank customers.excel. It's an Excel file which we have. And the data set is looking like this. So this data is more of a simple data where we have only a single table, which consists of customer ID, the customer name, surname. We have the gender, we have the age, we have the region, job classification, date joint, and bank balance. Here you can see that the states of United Kingdom is England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. So it's coming as a region as a column. Apart from that, we have this as a customer ID, unique record for every customer. Then we have the names, we have the gender, age, job classification, date joint, and bank balance, where bank balance and the age are my numerical features. So I'll connect this data with Tableau desktop. Now Tableau desktop is a place where we can go ahead and we can create the charts and we can create the dashboards. And once that is done, we will go ahead and we will publish this particular dashboard to the server so that people can see the reports. As of now, I'm connecting to the Excel file. You can see that Tableau gives me a nice connectivity with the different data sources. So here you can see we have the Excel file. I'll connect to the data set which we are looking for. That is the bank customer.excel. And once I connected that data, you can see that here you are getting the data, which is exactly what we have seen in the Excel file. Here we have multiple option of new union, new table extension. Here we are seeing all the different types of data types and the columns coming from the source. That is the hash is a number, numerical field. ABC is your alphanumeric. Right? So these are the different data types we have. Date joint. Now date joint is coming as a string. We can change that to the date as well. So by clicking on this ABC, I can convert that to a date so that this calendar sign comes in. So that is your date data type. At the same time, these are the states of the United Kingdom. So I want to go ahead and I want to convert this to a geographic dimension as well. Because in Tableau, we can create the charts, and to create the charts, we have to convert these fields, which is having the information about the locations. So we have to convert this to a geo dimension as well. So we go to the geographic role and change this to your state slash province, because these are the states of United Kingdom. That is how Tableau takes it. So now my data is ready. I'll go to the sheet one, and here you can see that the columns coming in. So these are the columns which are my dimensions, the categorical data, and these are the columns which are like the numerical data, like age and the balance which we have. Now what we have to do is we have to go ahead and we have to create the charts. So this is the place where actually we can go and create the chart. Right, so this place is where we can create the chart. And here you can see we have the page shelf where we can do some animations. Here we have the filter shelf where we can apply the filters. Then here you can see there's analytics option where we can do some basic analytics. Then we have this marks card where I can change the color of the chart. I can change the size of the charts and so on. I can create n number of sheets based on the requirement. And once all the sheets are created, I can create the dashboard as well, where I can put all the 5 sheets which we have developed. Here you can see we have the show me option where we can see that there are 24 different charts which Tableau provides. So you can create 24 different charts. And apart from these 24 different charts, we can actually go and we can create some custom charts as well. So I will drag this region because the first chart which I wanted to create is a map chart, where in the map it is showing me that how many customers are there per region, right? So that is what my requirement is. As and when I drag the region in the sheet here, you can see that longitude is getting in the columns and the latitude is getting in the rows. So the idea is basically, I got the map. Your longitude will always be in the columns and latitude should always be in the rows. That is how it works. And if you see here at the bottom right, there is a 4 unknown coming in. Now 4 unknown is what? As of now, I am connected to the Indian server in Indian internet connectivity. So what is happening is basically it's looking for England, it's looking for Wales, it's looking for North Ireland and Scotland in India. So I have to go and I have to click on the 4 unknowns, edit location, and I have to change this India to the United Kingdom, because these are the states of the United Kingdom. And you can see that now the 4 locations coming in. One is your England, second is your Wales, Scotland, and North Ireland. Now, what is my interest? My interest is that I want to know how many customers are there in each regions. So I will drag this sheet one count. So whenever you are connecting the data with Tableau, how many records are there coming from the source? It will get saved in this particular type of field. So this field will always get created. Whenever you are connecting to any data, this count field will always be there. It is going to help you to give the number of records coming from the source. So when I drag this count and the color, you can see that my state colors are in different shades, where you can see that England is more darker and the other states which we have is getting lighter. And what does that mean? That there are more number of records in England, and as and when we are changing the different states, you can see that in the North Ireland we have the lowest number of records. So that is the idea. So basically from here we can say that In England, there are more number of records, right? Now here, this number can help me understand that how many customers are there if there are no duplicates. If there are no duplicates with us in the data set, we can say that there are 2157 customers in England. There are 1124 customers in Scotland and so on. So that we need to check with the business, the client basically, that as of now, do we see any duplicates in the data, or do you think that in future duplicates will come in? If business says duplicate will not come in, then this number is perfectly okay. But if business says that duplicate may come in future, so rather than me dragging this sheet one count, because count will always have the duplicates, I will create one calculated field where I can say number of customers, and I will type count distinct of customer ID. So rather than me taking the sheet one count coming from the source, because it may have duplicates, I will go ahead and I will create this type of field, which is count distinct of the customer ID. So it will only count the distinct customer IDs. Let me drag the count, normal count in the label and the count of customer also in the label. You can see that the numbers are coming same in all the different regions. That means we are good that there are no duplicates as such in our data set. And we are okay to have normal count also in place of count distinct. So if business says that in future also there will not be any duplicates, then I will not prefer to go with this extra calculation which we have created, because that may slow down the performance of the report. So I may maybe remove this field. I will delete this field, and I'm okay to go with the count only, rather than me going with any specific calculations. I'll also drag the region in the label. We'll get the region. And I see that this some extra land is there. Germany, Netherlands, Belgium and all. I just have to remove that. I just wanted to concentrate on the highlighted area. So I click on the map, and there's an option of background layers. And I will basically wash out this 200%. Right. However, if you see this, there are other options as well. You can change the map types. Right. You can change as per the requirement. Or you can go ahead and you can make it as a normal white gray washout map as well. So that is your map chart, which is showing me the number of customers by state. So that is my first chart which we have. Right. Now the second chart which we have to create is basically if you see this business problem, what is the age range of our customers and what bank balance they have in their account. We need to create a dynamic histogram to achieve this particular visuals. So as of now, if you see this age field, it's a numerical field where if you see in the data set, it's coming out to be like 38, 30, 34, 48, 33, 42, and so on. I wanted a bucket, like how many customers are from 1 to 10 years of age, how many customers are from 11 to 20 years of age, and so on. So I want to create a group basically, or I want to create a range, you can say, as a layman. That is also known as bins. In Tableau, it is known as bins. So I will right click on the age field, and there is an option of bin. Bin is like a bucket. So I click on the bins, and here I'll pass the bin size as 5. Now bin size is basically nothing but your gap, right? So let's say 1 to 5 years of age, 6 to 10 years of age, 11 to 15 years of age, 16 to 20 years of age, and so on. So I click on OK, and once I click on OK, automatically you can see that there is a age bin coming in, which is one of the fields out there. Your original age field is there still, but at the same time you got one extra field as well, which is your bucket. Once I drag that here, you can see that automatically you are getting the bucket, which is like 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34, and so on. And I will drag the count as well, which is going to give me the count of customers. So from here, I can clearly say that majority of my customers are at this age group. That is 30 to 39 years of age. Now I can make this dynamic as well. As of now, the bin size which I have created is bin size of 5. Suppose let's say business says that I want the bin size as 10. So I have to go back to the bin, edit, and I have to change it. Suppose business says that I want 15. Suppose business says that I want again 5. So there is a dependency on me where I have to go and I have to change that value. Rather than me doing that, I want to give the end user an option that you do that by yourself. So I will create one parameter. There's a concept of parameter which can basically help me to make the things dynamic. I click on this range option as an option, and here you can see there are 3 values coming in. Your minimum size of the bin which you want is 5, and the maximum size you want it as, let's say, 30. And the step size is 5. That means I am giving user to choose the bin size as 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. And here I'll give the name as, let's say, age bin pair. And now you can see the parameter got created. Let me right click on show parameters. Here you can see that the values are I'm giving to the user. You can choose the bin size as 5, you can choose the bin size as 10, you can choose the bin size as 15, 20, 25, and 30. Because that is what you have given there in the parameter. You have given 5 to 30 with a step size of 5. That's why it is giving me 5, 10, 20, 30, 25 like that, right? So 5, 5 of gap. But you can see when I'm changing this guy, this chart is not changing yet. So I have to click on this age bin again for the last time, edit. And here by passing 5, I will go and pass the age bin pair. And I click OK. And now you can see that when I am changing this, my chart is automatically changing. I don't have to be dependent on my developer. Right. So I as a developer gave you an option to basically change the chart dynamically. Right. Will Tableau replaces Ab Initio? Ab Initio is an ETL tool. So obviously you cannot compare Ab Initio with Tableau. Tableau is basically a data visualization software. And I don't think Ab Initio gives that as per best of my knowledge. All right. So this is my customers by number of customers by age. Now the same thing we can do for the bank balance as well, right? So let me go and number of customers by bank balance. How is Tableau compared to Superset? What is Superset? I'm not sure about that. Can the queries be same for Tableau and Power BI? Yes. See, the concept will remain the same, right? Just the tools are changing. As of now, Tableau and Power BI, these are the 2 softwares which are on demand. Apart from that, other software as of now, I think it's still very much new in the market. So I'm dragging the balance, creating the balance bin. Let's give the balance bin as, let's say, 5,000. I am not passing any parameter out here. I'm just creating the random. Click sense, click basically going out of India. Alteryx is basically your ETL tool. It's not a data visualization software. And here you can see we have this thing, right? So we got the bank balance, which is your from here you can see that majority of the customers are coming from the lower bank balance. Is Tableau trial version free? Tableau, you'll get 14 days trial period, but you can go and use the Tableau public as well. You can Google it. Tableau public is your free software. For practice point of view, it is good. Can you import data through SQL Server? Yes, absolutely. There is an option to do that also. If you click on that, there is an option of, let's say I'm clicking on new. Connect to data, and then you can look for SQL Server as well. And you have to give the credentials. What about Informatica? What about means what? What is your question? All right, so that is how it is. So let's go to the next chart, which is my number of customers by gender, where we'll drag the gender and we'll drag the count of the sheet. And then I'm dragging the clicking on. So you can see when I click on this, I get a pie chart. I got this pie chart out here. And I am dragging the count in the label. It's not same like Tableau. Informatica has the ETL tool. There is a difference between the ETL and the visualization. ETL tools like Ab Initio, Informatica, these tools are like helping me to clean the data. Once your data is cleaned, after that I have to create the reports on top of that clean data. So Informatica, Ab Initio, all these softwares are helping me to clean the data set. However, Power BI, Tableau, Clicks, these are the software helping me to create the charts. Tableau and Power BI can do some data cleaning, basic data cleaning, but it is not advisable to do that, right? Tableau and Power BI is basically your reporting tool. And it is advisable to do the data cleaning before Tableau, so that before Tableau or Power BI, so that your performance will not degrade much. Okay. All right. So I'll just convert this to a percentages by clicking on this drop down and percentage of total. So that will give me the percentage of how many males and females are there. I'll just convert that to the 2 decimal places. And I'm going to drag the gender as well in the label. So that we'll get to know that, okay, how many males and females are there. Is it work for only static data or can work in dynamic data also? As and when your data changes in the database, you have to refresh here and your data will get refreshed as well. It's not like the share market where the chart is changing dynamically. That is how it not work. You have to refresh that. What about Medallia? I'm not sure what it is. Again, there are various softwares in the market, right? So I have the limitations as well. I am working on the tools which are in demand. I did not hear about this. I need to check that. In the worksheet for number of customers by age, can we add bank balance as a filter to generate bank balance by age? We can do the filter. For example, let's say we have created this bin, right? I can drag it in the filter. And I can say that, okay, 45,000 as a bank balance. How many customers are there with what age group? So only these 2 customers are there with that age group. So filtering and all can be done. Absolutely. Can we sync Ab Initio to Tableau through SQL query to report business for requirement? Ab Initio is an ETL tool as per best of my knowledge. Okay. And once you are fetching out the data from the Ab Initio, you have to store it somewhere. Let's say from Ab Initio, you are loading the data to MySQL. Now MySQL can be your source for Tableau for reporting point of view. Can we create Venn diagram using Tableau? Yes, we can create that with some tips and tricks. We can absolutely create that. So that is my gender chart, giving me the how many males and females are there. And finally, the last chart which we will create is your number of customers by jobs, right? So I'm dragging the job classification. Is there schedule refresh option in Tableau? Yes, that is available in your Tableau online and Tableau server. Once you go ahead and you can, uh, what do you say? Once you go ahead and you can create your dashboards, you have to publish that to your Tableau online or server so that end user can see that. So there we can do the scheduling that once the data will get refreshed, you refresh the report also. So that scheduling is possible on that. That is like basically your collaboration tool. How we can integrate Tableau with Python and other programming languages currently used in data science? We can integrate Python and R by going to the help. There is an option of here you can see some option. I think here we have, yeah, this one, right? So setting and performance, manage analytical extension connection. Once you click on that, here you have the option of giving the Python details and you can do the connection. Here you can get the R also. I'm not sure how R will come because they have changed that, or maybe they have removed R, I guess. I need to check that. But that is how we can connect to Python at least, right? You have to give the local host the port and then you can connect. And for that, you have to install one of the packages in Python as well, which is known as tabpy. So that you have to install as well. So I can drag this sheet one count in the, let's say, color, and I will change this to a, there is a map called tree map. Right? Tree map is like a box. Bigger the box, because you can, if you see here, count and the color is in the color and count both are having sheet count. That means bigger the box, more the customers are. Darker the box, more the customers are. Right? So that is what we have, and we are dragging the count in the label and converting that to the percentage of total. Can we integrate SharePoint Excel file? Yes, we can do that. So now this is my number of customers by job. Now what I'll do, I'll make all the sheets with same color combination. So let me make it as a grayish shade. So darker the gray, more the customers are, lighter the gray, less the customers are. I'm adding the borders to it so that it will look good. So I'm adding the border so that you can see it's highlighting properly. Then your second is again grayish shade. So I'll drag the count in the color and I will change this color to the gray shade. And here also I'll give the borders so that it will get highlighted as well. Same goes with this also. So I'm dragging the count in the color and changing this to the gray shade. And I'm changing this to a border. And I'll drag here also I need to change the color. Let's say darker gray as male and lighter gray as your female. Can we do it at once all? For every chart, we have to change the colors, yes. Not once all. So I'll drag this in the color. And I'll drag it, edit colors and gray shade. And I can give the borders here as well. Parameter wise, Tableau dynamic values that can be used to control filtering data or changing calculation or modifying colors, correct? Parameter is basically helping me to make the things dynamic. If you're asking about the parameter in Tableau, the purpose of parameter is basically to make the things dynamic. Right? Dynamically, if you want to change the things, then parameter comes into picture. Then the last color which we have, last chart which we have is this, and I'll just change the color. Making this as gray. Right, so all these 5 charts are ready. Now I'll go to the dashboard because now I want to make one. Queries are same for Power. Yes, that is what I mentioned earlier also. So I'm giving the dashboard title. I can change the title here. Customer segmentation dashboard. This dashboard gives 360-degree view of the customers. Right. And I'll reduce this size to, let's say, 8. So that is the title of my dashboard. I'll make this as automatic. I just want this as a full screen. So I'm making it as automatic. And then I'll drag the charts. Instead of importing Excel sheet, can we create charts on our own? See, you need a data source. Excel sheet is giving me the data. If you directly connecting Tableau, you need some data also, right? So Excel is your data, and from there you are creating the chart. Without data, you cannot do anything. For example, you are at this page, right? Now there is no data. So how will I create the chart? So Excel I imported because data was there in that. So you have to connect some data source to create the charts. Without that, there is no point. So dragging this as well. This parameter is for this chart. So I'm putting it below that. And I'm dragging this as a pie chart. I'll keep it as this here. And last is your job profile. Just expanding it. And I'm reducing this map a bit. Okay. So this is my dashboard. I can again add the company's logo and all those things I can do. So let me add the logo. I just randomly choose any picture. So let's say customer 360-degree view. Right. So that is the logo we have. Can you show where we can connect Oracle or Postgres? Sorry, I may have missed if you have shown. I already have shown that, yes. If you connect to the Tableau. So this is the very first page where you can see there are a lot of connectivities out here. Oracle, Postgre, you will also find somewhere. Postgre, here it is. Right, for example, MySQL. I have MySQL installed in my machine. So if I click on MySQL, it will ask me for the details. So I have to give the password. And once I do that, it will connect to the data. Right? So that is how we can. Can we take export of dashboard? Does Tableau dashboard behave same across devices? Handle desktop, tablets, external real-time refresh? Yes. We cannot export, but yes, we can publish this report to Tableau server or Tableau online. And basically, let's say I am the developer. I am creating some report. I will publish that to the server. And I will give access to you guys. You guys will have the link to the server. You have to log in with your credentials. And once you logged in with your credentials, you can see what all report access you guys have, right? Same way in the mobile apps, Tableau has a mobile app, Tableau Mobile. So you can download that app. And once you download that app, it's both in Android as well as iOS. But there is only, it will make sense if you guys have access to Tableau online or server. Because once you are downloading the mobile app, after that you have to log in to the server by passing the link in the mobile app. Right? So as I mentioned that there is a server where you'll get a link and credentials. Those should be there. Without that, there is no point of having the mobile apps. Right? How do I schedule email with CSV PDF with data charts filtered by customer parameters? Everything happens in the Tableau online or server. You can export the data to PDF and you can send it over the email based on their needs, based on their filter criteria. Right? There is no option of CSV, I guess. Only PDF, image, and the cross tabs options are there. Can we add some animations in dashboard? Yes, we can do that using this page shelf. I told you earlier also. This page shelf helping me to do that. Scheduling in the Tableau server, yes. Should I clean the data before uploading Power BI or auto? Yes, it is always advisable to clean your data before you load into Power BI or Tableau. Because if you are doing the cleaning in Power BI and Tableau, then that may slow down the performance of your reports. So it is always advisable to go and do the cleaning first rather than doing that in Tableau or Power BI. So that is my dashboard. Now what I will do, I'll apply some action filters. That means when I click on England, my other charts should change and it will only show me the England's data. Right? So I go and click on this drop down. There is an option called use as filter. I wanted to use this particular sheet as filter. So I click on that. And now when I click on England, you can see I am getting only England's data. When I click on Scotland, I am getting the Scotland's data, North Ireland and the Wales. When I press escape, everything will be released. Same way, if I click on the customers also, number of jobs, right? So let's say I want to add the filter here also. So now I can dig down further that, okay, in the Scotland, I am interested in the IT professionals. So now the data which it is showing is your IT professional, which are in the Scotland. Again, when I press escape, everything is cleaned. Okay. Can we transfer chart from Tableau to Excel sheet? No. What you can do is you can right click and you can copy that and you can put that as an image. And then you can paste it to your PPTs, Excel, whatever it is. But these are like an image. Right. So that is how you can do. Same way you can copy this entire dashboard as well. There is an option of, I think here there is an option. Dashboard copy image. Right. And now if I paste, you can see the entire dashboard is there. But this is like a static picture, right? There is no interactivity. Like if I click on England, nothing will happen. It's just picture. However, in here it is happening. When I click on England, it's giving me the data and so on. Right? So to want the interactivity on your data set, then you have to have Tableau. Like suppose I'm the developer, I'm developing the report. I'll publish that to the Tableau server. Then you should have access to Tableau server. You have to purchase Tableau server or you have to purchase Tableau online. Or if your budget is very less and you are okay to not scale much, in that case, you can use Tableau Reader also. That is one of the free softwares. So that means if I create, obviously you need one Tableau desktop license for creating the reports. But after that, if I wanted to share it with the larger audiences, and let's say there are only 4 or 5 stakeholders to whom I have to give the access, I can ask them to go with Tableau Reader. It's a free software which they can download. I will email the report and they can open that. What is the difference between Tableau server and online? Tableau server is basically a software which you have to install and you can set up the entire collaboration where you can put the reports and people can see that. So that is an extensive affair where You have to purchase the software, you have to purchase the machine where you will install the software. You need a guy who can basically uh, manage that server, right? So that is like an expensive affair. But Tableau Online is basically your SaaS, software as a service, where that will be taken care by Tableau only. So there is no this thing. What do you say? No infrastructure cost involved. Everything will be taken care by Tableau itself. That will be a bit cheaper. So mid-size companies can go for Tableau Online. Big size companies can go with Tableau Server. Small size company can go with Tableau Reader. Can the chart migrate to Power BI and all? As of now, there is no technology like that, or there is no accelerator like that. You have to develop by yourself. What are the limitations we have in Tableau Public? Tableau Public is a free software, so obviously limitations are there. I cannot connect to databases. I can only connect to the file systems, Excel, CSVs, and all. Second is I cannot integrate with R and Python type of programming languages. Third, once you are creating any report using Tableau Public, you cannot save it in your local machine. It will save in the Tableau Public server. So it is not advisable for you to use the client's data on that because it will get stored in the Tableau Public server. That is again limitation we have. For learning point of view, it is okay. But for client point of view, it's not advisable. So this is your dashboard which we have created. Now what I'll do, I'll create one story. Suppose I did the analysis, I got the output. Now I want to tell a story that how my business is going on, right? So in that case, what is the option? The option which we have is your story, right? So let me go and create a story out here. The third option which you have. Again, I'll make it as automatic. This is the full screen. I'm doing it. Dragging the dashboard. Now in the story, I can drag either a chart, a single chart, else it will replace the other chart. I can have only one dashboard or one chart at a time. So let's say I'm dragging the dashboard and I'm creating a duplicate. And I'm creating a duplicate. And then let's say one blank also. Let's say this is my overall business, which I am talking about. Here I want to focus on the England. So I click on the England. So I am focusing on England in this page. Here I want to focus on Scotland. Same way here I want to focus on North Ireland. And same way I want to focus here on Wales. And lastly, I have to say thank you. And any questions or conclusion, that's it. Right, so that is my conclusion. Now I'll go to the full screen mode. Right, I'll go to the first page and I can go to the full screen mode using this F7 button. So here is my entire story, which I will tell you to the business. Let's say you guys are my business and I did some analysis. Now I want to tell a story so that you guys can understand what's going on. So here is my overall business, which we have. And here you can see my data is at different locations. My customers are in England, Scotland, North Ireland, and Wales. I see that straight away in England, there are more number of customers as compared to other states. Majority of the customers are between the age group of 30 to 39 years. And people are having lower bank balance. People with higher bank balance are very limited. If I see the gender, it's almost 50-50. Males are a bit more as compared to females. And IT professionals are more. roughly 50% are IT professionals, and the rest of the 50% are your banking and marketing professionals. Now let's go and talk about England. In England also you see the same behavior. Roughly 70% are your IT professionals. Male, female are almost 50-50. Age group is around 30 to 39 years of age. Bank balance is at the lower side. If I focus on the Scotland, in the Scotland, the behavior is different. First of all, the age group, you can see that majority of people are at the 40s, and males are more, roughly 75% are males. Bank balance is at the lower side only. And there are more number of banking and marketing professionals as compared to IT professionals. If I see in the North Ireland, you can see interestingly here, the population is at the lower age group, around 25. There are more number of females in this particular location. 75% are female. Bank balance is at the lower side, and at the same time, marketing professionals are almost 50%. If I talk about the Wales, in the Wales, the output is almost same as what we have seen in the England. Age group is around 30 to 39 years of age. Male, female, roughly 50-50. Bank balance is at the lower side, and IT professionals are like more of a 59%. And then finally, the conclusion. So basically, the difference between the dashboard and the story is, suppose you are an analyst and you want to analyze the data by yourself, then dashboard can help. But let's say once I did the analysis, now I want to tell a story to my end user so that end user will understand what's going on. So I can use story in that case, right? So that is how this entire use case will give you the idea how this is working. Okay. Is it possible to create drill down dashboard report? Yes, absolutely. We can do that. Because of time constraint, I'm not showing all those things, but yes, when I click on this chart, it will go to the city level and all those things we can do. Can we create app and row level security through Tableau as? Yes, we can create the row level security using Tableau as well. Can we create app? I'm not sure what app you are talking about, but we can use this report in the apps also. Right? There is no specific app we can create, but yes, there is a mobile app. From there, you can access your reports. But yes, row level security we can do, absolutely. That is through your Tableau online or Tableau server. So this is what I wanted to discuss. Any questions you have, please let me know. Can you provide this Excel? Yes, I'll share that. I'll share with the support team and they will forward it to you. Can we create advanced calculation like DAX and Power BI? Yes. We can do that. We have a lot of functions available. We have table calculation functions. Here you can see a lot of formulas are there. We can create the calculation functions, table calculations. All those options are there, obviously. We can do that. Can custom controls be created? Parameter will help you to do that. Right? Parameter is a way where you can create the custom controls. If I want to start with one, can I choose Tableau or Power BI? Both are okay. Both are okay. If you are more into Microsoft products, then you can go with Power BI. Else you can go with Tableau. That's okay. Both are like having good requirements. It basically fluctuates, is what I have seen. Sometimes Tableau, you will see more opportunities, sometimes Power BI. As of now in the market, Power BI is doing good, right? Tableau is a bit off down. The reason is obviously the cost. So Tableau will come up with some strategy reducing the cost, and Tableau will come on the top. As of now, these are the two tools. Any one of the tools which you know, I think both you will be able to perform. The process is same for Power BI also. Yeah, it's just a drag and drop, right? If you know the concepts, then I think if you're having understanding of one software, learning other will not be a challenge. Can you tell about licenses using Tableau like Pro Premium? There is no Pro Premium. There is a Tableau desktop license, and once you have that, that is fine. So you can purchase Tableau. So basically, there is a Tableau creator license is what they are saying now. So that you have to purchase. That cost around $840 per year. That is the expensive thing which Tableau has. But when you are purchasing on bulk, they give you a lot of discounts. Can we export the story and data charts? Yes, we can do that, right? If I click on this drop down, there is an option of export to PowerPoint, export to PDF. All those options are there. Can we get trial access for practice for Tableau? See, Tableau desktop, you will get the trial access for 14 days. But obviously in 14 days, you will not able to do a lot of things. So what I can suggest is you can use Tableau Public. Tableau Public is free software for lifetime, but with some limitations. As I already mentioned, I cannot connect to the databases, I cannot connect to the Python R and all those things. But if I have Excel as a source, that is fine for me to learn that software. So you can go with Tableau Public and you can download that. That is a free of cost. Okay. All right. So that is what I have wanted to discuss. I hope you will get something from this 1 hour of session. Obviously, it's a big subject. Normally, we talk about this for 25-30 hours. But yes, I think just for brief understanding, I tried my level best to give you the best, right? All right, then take care. We'll see you next time.